I am Rowena. I am 32 years old. I live in a big house. My husband is Myron. We married 5 years ago. Our house is very big. It is very quiet. We do not have children. This makes me sad. This makes Myron sad too, but we do not talk about it. Myron works every day. He comes home late. We eat dinner. We watch TV. We go to bed. We do not talk much. Our life is very cold. My mother-in-law is Eleanor. She visits us often. She is always nice. She smiles a lot, but her words hurt me. One day, Eleanor came to our house. She looked around. She said the house felt cold. She said, my sister should come. She said my sister's luck might help. I knew what she meant. She thought I was broken. She thought I could not have babies. My sister is Wanda. She is 25 years old. She is very pretty. She is full of life. She laughs all the time. Everyone loves her. I called Wanda. I asked her to visit. She came the next week. Wanda arrived with 2 big bags. She said she wanted to stay. I said okay. I was happy. I wanted company, but something felt wrong. Wanda looked at Myron a lot. She smiled at him. She touched his arm. She laughed at his jokes. Myron smiled back. One night, we ate dinner together. Wanda sat next to Myron. She said he looked handsome. She said he was so smart. Myron laughed. His face turned red. Then Wanda looked at me. She said I was too serious. She said I was naive. She said something that hurt. She said if she met Myron first, I would not have a chance. She laughed. Myron laughed too. I laughed with them. But I did not think it was funny. I trusted Wanda. She was my sister. I thought she was joking. I thought she loved me. Every day was the same. Wanda talked to Myron. I sat alone. I felt invisible. Nobody saw me. One Friday night, Eleanor came for dinner. She brought wine. We all sat down. We ate and talked. But Eleanor only talked to Wanda. She said Wanda was wonderful. She said Wanda made the house feel happy. She looked at me. She said nothing. I felt like I was not there. Myron and Wanda talked about movies. They talked about food. They talked about work. I tried to join, but they did not listen. They did not look at me. I sat at my own table. I felt like a stranger. This was my house. This was my husband. But I did not belong. After dinner, I felt very tired. I felt very sad. I said I needed to go. I had work tomorrow. I needed to leave early. Eleanor said goodbye to Wanda. She hugged her. She did not hug me. Myron walked Wanda to her room. He did not walk me to the door. I got in my car. I started driving. My eyes filled with tears. I could not see well. My head hurt. My heart hurt. I drove too fast. I did not care. I just wanted to leave. I wanted to run away. A car came from the side. I tried to stop, but it was too late. I heard a loud crash. I felt pain everywhere. Then everything went black. I opened my eyes. Everything was white. I saw a white ceiling. I saw white walls. I heard strange sounds. Beep, beep, beep. Where was I? I tried to move. My body hurt. Everything hurt. A woman in white came to me. She was a nurse. She said I was in the hospital. She said I was in a car accident. She said I slept for many days. Many days? How many days? I asked her. She said 1 month. 1 whole month. I could not believe it. 1 month was gone. I remembered the dinner. I remembered the car. I remembered the lights. Then nothing. Now 1 month was gone. The nurse left. The room was quiet. I looked around. I was alone. Where was Myron? Where was my family? Then the door opened. Myron walked in. He looked tired. He looked thin. But he did not look at me. He stood near the door. He said hello. His voice was cold. I said his name. I wanted him to come close. I wanted him to hold my hand. But he did not move. He just stood there. He looked at the floor. He said he was glad I woke up. He said the doctors were good. He said I needed to rest. Then he said he had to go. He had work. He left. I felt so alone. My husband did not touch me. He did not kiss me. He acted like I was a stranger. The next day, Wanda came. She brought flowers. She brought food. She said she prayed for me every day. Wanda sat next to my bed. She held my hand. She talked a lot. She told me everything. She said she stayed at my house. She said she took care of Myron. She said Myron needed help. She said the house needed a woman. I felt strange. Why did Wanda stay at my house? Why did Myron need her? Every day was the same. Myron came for 10 minutes. He stood far away. He said very little. Then he left. But Wanda came every day. She fed me. She fixed my hair. She read to me. She was the perfect sister. One day, Myron and Wanda came together. They walked in side by side. They were talking. They were laughing. Then they saw me. I watched them. Something felt wrong. They stood too close. They looked too comfortable. They had secrets. I could feel it. Then Eleanor came to visit. She walked into my room. She looked at me. She did not smile. She did not ask how I felt. She turned to Wanda. She hugged her. She said Wanda was wonderful. She said Wanda was a blessing. She said, "Thank God for Wanda." Then Eleanor looked at me again. She said something terrible. She said a daughter-in-law in a hospital bed was just a burden. She said it right to my face. I could not speak. The words cut me. My own mother-in-law called me a burden. She did not care about me. She only cared about Wanda. Eleanor left with Wanda. They went to get coffee. Myron followed them. I was alone again. The weeks passed slowly. My body got better. The doctors said I could go home. I wanted my life back. I wanted my house back. Myron came to get me. We drove home in silence. He did not ask me anything. He just drove. We arrived at the house. I walked inside. Everything looked the same, but everything felt different. I went upstairs. I wanted to rest in my bedroom, but I saw something strange. Wanda's clothes were in the guest room. Her shoes were there. Her bags were there. I asked Myron why. He said Wanda moved in. He said she came to help. He said it was temporary. but her things were everywhere. It did not look temporary. That night, I wanted to sleep with my husband. I went to our bedroom, but Myron was not there. I found him in another room. He was in the spare bedroom. I asked him why. He said I needed space. He said I needed to recover. He said he did not want to disturb me. He closed the door. I stood in the hallway. I was home, but it did not feel like home. My sister lived in my house. My husband slept in another room. I felt like a guest. I felt like a stranger. I walked to my room. I closed the door. I sat on my bed. I cried. 1 month was gone, and everything changed. My life was not mine anymore. I decided to watch. I decided to pay attention. Something was wrong. I needed to know what. I watched Myron and Wanda. They looked at each other a lot. They smiled, secret smiles. They moved around the house together. They had a rhythm. They fit together. I did not fit. In the morning, Wanda made coffee. She knew how Myron liked it. She gave him his cup. He said thank you. They smiled. I sat at the table. They did not see me. Wanda cooked dinner. Myron helped her. They worked side by side. They laughed. They talked. I offered to help. Wanda said no. She said I needed to rest. So I sat alone. I watched them. They were happy together. They did not need me. One night, I could not sleep. It was midnight. I went to get water. I saw light from the living room. Myron was there. He was on the sofa. He looked at his phone. I walked closer. I stayed quiet. I watched. His phone lit up. A new message came. I saw her name. I saw a small red heart next to it. A heart? Why did her name have a heart? My name did not have a heart. I was his wife. But her name had a heart. Myron smiled at his phone. He typed something. He looked happy. I went back upstairs. I did not say anything, but my chest hurt. My heart broke a little more. The next day, I wanted to watch TV. I turned on Netflix. I looked at the history. I saw something strange. Many movies were watched. They were romantic movies, love stories. They were watched in October. October was when I was in the hospital. Who watched these movies? Myron did not like romantic movies. He always said no, but someone watched them. Someone watched them in my house. Someone watched them without me. I felt sick. I knew who watched them, Myron and Wanda. They watched love movies together. They sat on my sofa. They watched romantic stories while I was dying in a hospital bed. I said nothing. I kept watching. I kept listening. At dinner that night, something happened. Wanda was talking. She talked about a park. She said the park was beautiful. She said the trees were so pretty. Myron smiled. He said yes. He said he remembered. He said that walk was nice. He said the weather was perfect. Wanda agreed. She said it was a good day. Then she stopped. Her face changed. She looked scared. Myron stopped too. He looked at me. They both looked at me. The room became very quiet. I asked them a question. What walk? What park? When did this happen? Wanda looked down. Myron looked away. Nobody spoke. I asked again. I said I wanted to know. What walk? What park? Myron said it was nothing. He said they just went out. He said Wanda needed fresh air. He said it was in October. October. When I was in a coma. When I was fighting for my life. My hands shook. I asked more questions. What else did they do? Where else did they go? Wanda said they went to a restaurant, a new Italian restaurant. She said the food was very good. Then she stopped talking. She knew she said too much. I looked at Myron. I said his name. I asked him why. Why did he go to restaurants? Why did he go to parks? Why did he do these things with my sister? Myron got angry. He said I was too sensitive. He said the accident changed me. He said I was paranoid. He said Wanda only tried to help. He said I should be grateful. He said I should stop acting crazy. Crazy. He called me crazy. I was not crazy. I saw the truth. But he said I was crazy. Wanda touched my hand. She said she was sorry. She said she just wanted to help Myron. She said he was so sad. She said he was so lonely. She said she just kept him company. She said it meant nothing. But it meant something. I knew it meant something. The heart icon meant something. The movies meant something. The park and the restaurant meant something. They did things together. They made memories together, happy memories. And I was not there. I was not part of their story. That night, I lay in bed. I was alone. Myron was in another room. Wanda was down the hall. They were both in my house, but I was alone. I thought about everything, the looks, the smiles, the secrets, the heart, the movies, the park, the restaurant, the words, the lies. I was not crazy. I was not paranoid. I was not too sensitive. I saw the truth. My husband and my sister had something. They shared something. And they wanted me to stay quiet. They wanted me to believe nothing happened. But something happened. I knew it. I felt it. And I needed to find proof. I started going to therapy. The doctor said I needed help. She said I needed to talk about my feelings. So I went every week. One Thursday, I went to see her. We talked for 30 minutes. Then she said we could stop early. She said I did good work today. She said I could go home. I drove home. It was only 2 o'clock. Usually I came home at 4. Nobody expected me. The house would be empty, or so I thought. I opened the front door. The house was very quiet, too quiet. I walked inside. I took off my shoes. I listened. Then I heard voices. They came from upstairs, from Myron's office. People were talking. They sounded angry. I walked upstairs slowly. I did not make noise. I walked to the office door. It was closed, but I could hear everything. I stood outside. I listened. She was angry. She said something that stopped my heart. She said Myron already slept with her. She said, so what now? She said, what was the plan? Slept with her. Slept with who? I pressed my ear to the door. Eleanor kept talking. She said she would not accept a woman who acted like a lunatic. A lunatic. She meant me. She would not accept me as her daughter-in-law. My hands shook. My legs felt weak. But I stayed there. He said yes. He said it was true. He slept with Wanda. He slept with my sister. I wanted to scream. I wanted to break down the door. I needed to hear it all. Myron said more. He said he was lonely. He said I was in the hospital. He said Wanda was there. She was so willing. Those were his words. She was willing. My stomach hurt. I felt sick. My husband, my sister, they slept together. They had sex while I was dying. While I fought for my life, Eleanor spoke again. But she did not yell at Myron. She did not scold him. She was not angry at him. No, she made a plan. She said they needed to force me to divorce. She said Myron should keep being cold to me. She said he should ignore me. She said he should make me feel crazy. She said he should make me feel unwanted. Then Wanda could step in. Wanda could become the wife. Wanda could replace me, legitimately. That was the word Eleanor used. Legitimately, I could not breathe. This was not just an affair. This was not a mistake. This was a plan, a conspiracy. They wanted to throw me away. They wanted to put Wanda in my place, my own sister, my own husband, my own mother-in-law. They all worked together against me. Myron said something else. He said I was already acting strange. He said I was paranoid. He said I asked too many questions. He said it would be easy. Soon I would leave on my own. Soon I would give up. Eleanor laughed. She said good. She said Wanda was better. She said Wanda was young. She said Wanda could give them babies. She said Wanda was the real blessing. I heard footsteps. They were coming to the door. I ran. I ran to my bedroom. I closed the door quietly. I locked it. I sat on the floor. I could not cry. I could not scream. I just sat there. My whole body shook. Everything made sense now. The cold looks, the separate bedroom, the mean words, the heart icon, the movies, the park, the restaurant. It was all part of the plan. They slept together. And now they wanted to erase me. They wanted to replace me with my own sister. I was not crazy. I was not paranoid. I was not too sensitive. I was right. I was right about everything. But being right did not help. Being right only hurt more. The truth was poison. My marriage was dead. My sister betrayed me. My mother-in-law hated me. They wanted me gone. They wanted Wanda instead. I sat on that floor for hours. The sun went down. The room became dark. But I did not move. I just sat there. My heart broke into 1,000 pieces. But something else happened too. Something changed inside me. The pain started to turn. It became something else. Something cold. Something hard. They thought I would break. They thought I would cry and leave. They thought I would make it easy for them. But they were wrong. I would not break. I would not leave quietly. I would not give them what they wanted. They started a war, and I would finish it. The next week, Eleanor came to visit. She brought her sister. They sat in the living room. They drank tea. They talked loudly. I heard them from upstairs. Eleanor said I was not well. She said the accident damaged my brain. She said I acted strange now. She said I was unstable. She said I was jealous of everyone. She said it was sad. Her sister asked questions. Eleanor answered them all. She said I accused Myron of terrible things. She said I imagined problems. She said I needed help. She said I was sick in the head. I listened to every word. She wanted people to think I was crazy. She spread lies about me. She told everyone I was damaged. This was part of the plan. The next day, more relatives visited. Eleanor brought them. They looked at me with pity. They whispered. They thought I could not hear, but I heard everything. They all believed Eleanor's lies. Wanda played her part too. She acted sad. She told people she tried to help me. She said I pushed her away. She said I blamed her for nothing. She said she loved me so much. She cried fake tears. Everyone felt sorry for Wanda. Poor Wanda. Sweet Wanda. She tried so hard, but her crazy sister would not listen. One afternoon, Eleanor came alone. She sat next to me. She took my hand. Her touch felt cold. She spoke in a soft voice, but her words were cruel. She said I looked tired. She said I looked sick. She said maybe I should rest. She said maybe I should let go. Let go of what? I asked her. She smiled. She said maybe I should set Myron free. She said it was too hard for me. She said Wanda could help. She said Wanda loved both of us. She said Wanda understood Myron better than I did. Set him free. She wanted me to divorce him. She said it to my face. She wanted me to give up. She wanted me to walk away. She wanted to give my husband to my sister. I said nothing. I just looked at her. She smiled and left. That night, everyone went out. Myron and Wanda went to dinner. Eleanor went home. The house was empty. This was my chance. I went to Myron's office. The door was locked, but I knew where he kept the key. I found it. I opened the door. I went inside. I looked through his desk. I opened every drawer. I checked every file. Then I found something. A hidden folder. It was behind other papers. I opened it. My heart stopped. Inside were documents, legal documents, papers about our money, papers about our house, papers about our bank accounts. Everything was being moved. All our joint things were changing. They were going into Myron's name only. My name was being erased. He was taking everything. Then I found more papers, divorce papers. They were already written. They were ready. They just needed signatures. I read them carefully. The papers said I was not well. They said I had mental problems. They used the word incapacity. They said I could not think clearly. They said the accident damaged my mind, so I would get nothing. Myron would keep everything. This was the plan. Make me look crazy. Take all the money. Force me to divorce. Leave me with nothing. Then marry Wanda. My sister would get my life. My house. My husband. Everything. I stood there. I held those papers. I should have cried. I should have screamed. But I did not. Something inside me changed. The sadness left. The pain left. Something cold came instead. Love was dead. My marriage was over. This was not about love anymore. This was about survival. This was war. And I needed to fight. I took out my phone. I took pictures. I photographed every paper, every document, every page. I took photos of the bank transfers. I took photos of the divorce papers. I saved everything. Then I put everything back. I made it look normal. I locked the office. I put the key back. Nobody would know I was there. From that day, I became someone else. I smiled at them. I acted normal. But inside, I was different. I was cold. I was planning. I was preparing. I bought a small recording device. I hid it in my pocket. I recorded their conversations. I recorded Eleanor's visits. I recorded her lies. I recorded Wanda's fake tears. I recorded Myron's cold words. Every night, I saved everything on my computer. I made copies. I hid them in different places. I built my case. I gathered my weapons. They thought I was weak. They thought I was broken. They thought I would just leave. They thought they already won, but they were wrong. I was not broken. I was angry, and anger made me strong. Anger made me smart. Anger made me dangerous. The war was not over. The war just started, and I would win. I found a lawyer. Her name was Miss Chen. She was very good. She was expensive, but I needed the best. The photos, the recordings, the documents. She listened carefully. She looked at each paper. She smiled. She said I had a strong case. Miss Chen said we needed more time. We needed more proof. So I kept watching. I kept recording. I kept taking photos. One day, I saw something new. Myron and Wanda went out together. I followed them. They went to a hotel. They stayed for 2 hours. I took photos of them going inside. I took photos of them leaving. They looked happy. They held hands. I gave the photos to Miss Chen. She said it was perfect. She said now we had everything. She said it was time. I told everyone to come on Saturday. I said we needed a family meeting. I said it was important. Myron looked confused. Eleanor looked annoyed. Wanda looked worried, but they all agreed to come. Saturday arrived. Everyone came to the house. Myron sat on the sofa. Wanda sat next to him. Eleanor sat in the big chair. They looked at me. They waited. I did not cry. I did not yell. I was very calm. I opened my laptop. I put it on the table. I pressed play. First, I showed the recordings. Eleanor's voice filled the room. Her words about forcing me to divorce. Her plan to replace me with Wanda. Her lies about my damaged mind. Eleanor's face turned white. She opened her mouth, but no words came out. Then I showed more recordings. Myron and Wanda talking. Myron saying he slept with her. Myron saying she was willing. All their secrets, all their lies. Wanda started to cry. Real tears this time. Myron looked at the floor. He said nothing. Then I showed the photos. The hotel photos. Myron and Wanda holding hands. Myron and Wanda kissing. Everything was clear. Everything was proof. Finally, I showed the documents, the bank papers, the asset transfers, the divorce papers that called me crazy, the plan to take everything, the plan to steal my life. I looked at them. I said I knew everything. I said I had all the proof. I said Miss Chen was my lawyer. I said she was very good. Then I put new papers on the table. Divorce papers. But these were my papers, my terms. Not theirs. I said Myron would sign them. I said he would give me most of the assets. I said this was my compensation for the lies, for the betrayal, for everything. I said if he refused, I would sue. I would take him to court. I would show everyone the evidence. I would expose them all. Their friends would know. Their family would know. Everyone would know. Their reputation would die. I said he might go to jail. Financial fraud was a crime. Stealing from your wife was illegal. Miss Chen explained everything. Myron looked scared. His hands shook. He looked at Eleanor. She looked away. He looked at Wanda. She cried harder. He picked up the pen. His hand shook. Every line. It was done. I took the papers. I stood up. I said I would move out tomorrow. I said goodbye. I walked out. My head was high. My heart was broken, but I was free. 2 months later, I lived in a new apartment. It was smaller, but it was mine. Nobody lied there. Nobody betrayed me there. But I was safe. I heard about them sometimes. Myron and Wanda got married, but they had no money. I took most of it. It was old. It was cheap. They had very little. Myron lost his job. The scandal hurt him. People talked. People knew the truth. Nobody wanted to work with him. He stayed home. He was angry all the time. Eleanor was alone now. Her relatives stopped visiting. They heard the recordings. They knew what she did. They knew she was cruel. Nobody liked her anymore. Nobody called her. And Wanda? She got what she wanted. She got Myron. But Myron was empty now. He was broken. She got my husband, but she got nothing good. Sometimes I think about them. They wanted to replace me. They tried so hard, and they succeeded. Wanda became the wife. Wanda got Myron. Wanda got her prize. But I wonder something now. Does Wanda understand? Does she see the truth? The man beside her is not a prize. He is empty. He is damaged. He is worthless. She stole from her sister, but what she stole was just broken pieces. She wanted my life, but my life was already dead. They destroyed me, but I destroyed them back. Nobody won this war. We all lost something, but I lost less than them because I kept my dignity. I kept my truth. I kept myself, and that was enough. We're at the end now, but I'd love to see you again in the next video. If you enjoyed today's story, please click the like button. It is a simple way to say, I want more. Share this video with a friend who is learning English and enjoys emotional storytelling. And don't forget to subscribe to KVCO English Storytime. When you subscribe and ring the bell, YouTube will gently knock on your door with every new story. Thank you for your time, your ears, and your kind heart.